Right. We have 52 seconds. In those 50 seconds, I'm going to tell you all that For Honor Starter Edition is free on Uplay, so if you want to go get it now. Okay, that's all. Now, moving forward. Also, hello, my brave knights, princesses, and princesses. Hope you're all doing great. I am alive for now. Today started off kind of weird. Didn't make sense why I was being told what to do, but these guys are the new characters. Plus, you see there's a Warren hiding right here, so the hype is real. Also, there are Twitch drops, so let's do it.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special E3 edition of the Warriors Den. I have to come clean, we are not live this week. This is a pre-recorded show for the first time ever. But we wanted to do a show for you because there's so much stuff to talk about that we have revealed just this week at E3 in Los Angeles. The whole team's at Los Angeles. So we wanted to make sure we could deliver a great show for you today, and that's why we pre-recorded it. So do not miss it. There's a ton of stuff that you want to hear about. Before that, you should know on the show today, because it's very special, we're also doing Twitch drops again. And that means if you connect your Ubisoft account to your Twitch account, you can earn 2 XP boost tickets just by watching 30 minutes of the show, guaranteed. But also every 10 minutes of watching the show, you get another chance to win 100,000 steel. So link your accounts if you haven't done it. So on the show today, we will be joined by our art director, Christian, to show you the conception and character design of 2 of these beautiful 4 members of the new Wulin faction that's coming to For Honor in the Marching Fire update. So he'll show you how the art team conceptualized them, and then we'll be joined by our fight designer, Stefan, and Roman, of course, to walk you through their play styles and movesets. It's very good stuff. Also, we're going to show you our brand new Castle Siege mode called Breach. I think you're going to be very happy with that because I've seen you request that a lot over the last year. So stay tuned, and before I go, I should also mention the game is free. The starter edition of the game is free on Uplay right now for the whole week until Monday. So if you have friends who've been thinking about picking up the game, there's no reason not to now. It's free. So it's free on Uplay. Check it out. It's also on other platforms up to 75% off for the full game. So check out the game, tell your friends. Okay, so just a couple days ago, or 3 days ago, our friend Roman stepped out onto the Ubisoft press briefing stage to present Marching Fire. So we're going to check that out right now and return, and we'll be back on the Warriors Den set. So see you there.
Streamers, cosplayers, artists, tournament organizers, and all of our players, you are For Honor. Indeed. Hello, I'm Roman Campos Oyola, Creative Director. Whether it be upgraded stability with the dedicated servers,
Roman's a boss.
release of heroes, constant balancing, and new training tools, we would not be here without your passion and commitment. You've helped us enrich the experience.
I'm pretty sure I'm in there too.
Thank you.
Because I have a lot of For Honor videos, my goodness.
Actions speak louder than words, right? In celebration of E3, we are inviting new players to join. So, if you haven't played For Honor yet, now is your chance. Starting today and until next Monday, we are giving away the PC Starter Edition on Uplay. Download it this week on PC, and it's yours for free. So come, join the fight with us. But that's not all. Because building on everything that we've learned, we are now ready to expand our world.
I nerded out. Still am nerding. Still nerding.
Casting a shadow. People are watching, waiting for the fall. Tell them something is coming. There's blood in the water. Give them a warning. Let it all come crashing down. Burn the castle to the ground. Hang their lives, no disguise. It's our time. Let it all come Let it all come crashing down. Burn the castle to the ground. Hang their lives, no disguise. It's our time. Let it all come down.
Beautiful.
And here we are.
Yeah.
We are here on the set of the Warriors Den with the fun boys. Hello.
Hello, Ray.
Hey.
So we just saw the trailer. Everyone just saw the trailer.
And it's not Young Napoleon, by the way.
It is not,
Sorry.
It's not.
because as you see at the end of it, if it were young Napoleon,
Then
she
we have
would
a
never have been
timeline
old
issue.
Napoleon. We never would have had Napoleon if that were the case. No, but I
it's
am
a
so
good news.
psyched that we finally have shown this. That we finally are talking about all of the stuff that you all have been working on for God knows how long. So that's why we're here today.
Yeah, and you remember last May, I joined the Warriors Den. I came here, I said that we had a few surprises for E3. I didn't lie.
You didn't lie. I think you even undersold it. We had a few surprises, a few big surprises. Yes.
But Yannis said it was big enough so that we go to E3, so...
Yeah, but it's funny because all last year was to improve quality of life, all the new characters, but on the side we had a team working so hard to push the boundary of Foreigner and to go even further on the medieval crazy battlefield that we want to and we dream of for months, and now we finally have the chance to show it to the world.
It's gonna be a good burden off of you to.
Oh, yeah.
Because now you can talk about it, right?
No, we don't have anymore to be careful about what we say. Or we don't say, oh shit, what happened?
Speaking of being careful about what you say, no.
I know. It's just that I was upstairs reading the run of show, and we see a bunch of names, but I'm not there.
Yes, this is true.
I took your place.
We divided the budget
Profanity
in two, so
said
that's why
Twizzler,
you're
come
covering
here.
half of me on size.
Because you don't have a t-shirt, that's why. You don't belong here.
Wow.
That's the only reason.
Shit, they all have the same t-shirt.
What in the world?
That's awkward. Should I leave?
I think.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think you're better to leave.
Wow.
No, I'm staying. Fuck that shit. What were you saying?
Well, we're here to talk about all the big beats that we just revealed this week.
The fact that now we don't have to be careful anymore about what we say to people, etc. You're not behind our back, watching everything.
Speaking of
listening.
behind your back, no one can see Damien. Sit down.
You disappeared! You disappeared!
Magic! I'm a magician.
No, man.
Just kill the squirrel.
But the fun thing about about before when we couldn't talk about anything is all the speculation.
yeah.
Like there's even Roman answered to one of my tweets with I think something from SpongeBob, and because it's in the water, somebody said, "Oh, that's it. It's pirate. It's in the water. It's pirate." I'm like, seriously, man, you're going like. Even Roman didn't think about that, so don't give him too much credit.
He did.
Yeah, the speculation was super fun. There was pirate, there was Persian, there was
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia, I love that one.
I worked on Prince of Persia years and years ago when he was a younger man.
There was a guy that said China Castle Siege with one image.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always fun now, that
Yeah.
speculation.
Yeah, and see it that people react and even anticipate that and seeing the good feedback, we were like, oh my god, we have luck. Maybe not just luck, but we're super happy to see that we're working on the right thing.
Yeah, when we were seeing the Reddit thread with Castle Siege, we were like, yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, it's always
It's
good, when
good that
the
we haven't
expectations
do a
meet the
goat
plans.
game or something like that. Yeah.
So let's talk through very high level what's coming in what we're calling Marching Fire.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot, and to me, so far we improved the games, improved the foundation, but with this update, it's by far the biggest and more impactful, I would say, for the franchise update that we did and we released so far on For Honor. To me, it brings us to another territory. And it would be released on October 16.
Yes.
So
They're checking with me on the right date.
no, but it's coming fast, and you guys, I know that you're involved a lot with us, following us each week. So get ready to make sure that you follow all the news, because we will need your help at some point this summer to prepare the release of all those contents.
Yeah.
Because it's coming out on October 16, but there are other stuff happening between now and October 16.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah.
The game's live. There are other things will happen this summer.
Yeah, the game
that we
doesn't get
cannot
put
go
on
into
hold.
details, but
Let's do the full reveal of everything.
yeah, there will be. No, you don't. So there will be other stuff happening. So that will be exciting as well.
Yeah.
So we still have to be careful.
Always, man.
Always.
But I think you saw it a little bit on the trailer. For me, we had a lot of fun playing Dominion. We loved it, and we still love it. There's a lot of strategy going on, but there were some things missing. We talk about the castle, by the siege mode, and for me, what the team achieved, and I'm so proud and excited about what we're showing this week at E3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have one of our mode designers, Stefan Brochu, come
Okay.
on and talk with Roman a bit and Damien about that mode and the history of it. So let's start with that. So Breach is the new mode coming with the game, is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
For probably obvious reasons, we're not calling it Siege.
It was already
Why?
taken.
Just a thought, you know. Doesn't
Yeah, but Breach is the original Siege.
Oh.
It happened way before, like, our guys are medieval spec ops. So that's, like, it happened, like, centuries ago.
I like it. I like it.
So,
It's a good spin.
yeah.
It's just-
My friend on the fourth floor will come and see me when I fly
Wearing
by.
a new shotgun.
Exactly.
And Damien,
Depending on the distance, like, who will win?
how does in the context of Marching Fire, how does Breach work? Are people gonna have to shell out money for this?
No, so we're still following up the same philosophy as we always did on For Honor. So all matchmake content is always given free to everyone. So when Marching Fire
For
goes
free.
live, for free. When Marching Fire goes live, everybody will be able to play Breach.
Amazing.
And that's true for all the other improvements we're doing on Marching Fire update. So graphical enhancement. I don't know what I'm allowed to tell.
And what more we're not going to talk about today?
Be courageous. Be courageous.
The menu update and a lot more things that we're doing on the game. All of that will be through the update to everybody.
Right.
And then we have another part that is the premium content.
Yes, maybe you want to talk about that?
So in the premium content, we have the 4 fighters that we just... Four, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. That we announced on stage. So we have that faction that are the Wulin, and they're coming with a vanguard called the Chendi. The Chendi is a royal guard. It can either be male or female in this worlding that massive one-handed sword that's called the Dao, and he has some iconic kung fu move. It's really,
It's so cool.
it's an interesting character.
Yeah.
You will see later on. He has some cool moves mixed with dodge and so on. Then we have the Shaolin. Shaolin is an assassin. He's fighting with a staff, and he has some kind of new mechanic that is really interesting, where he keeps his after an attack he can actually maintain his pose and have some new mix-up and branches out of that. That's pretty cool. He has a lot of tattoos on him, and those tattoos come from his backstory. Because his monastery got burned and he kept all the prayers of his order on his body. It's really a cool character. I really like the design of the guy. Then we have the Nusha, sorry. She's an assassin, and she's fighting with two hooked swords. So those are the really iconic weapons that allow her to trap the opponent's weapon. And it's a new type of. You don't hear me because of my mic. I'm sorry, it's because of
we
you.
are recording this show. We have microphone issues. But while he's fixing his mic,
He's
like
saying it's your pack.
the Chendi, the Chendi is so cool. Actually, it's now my favorite. It's now my favorite character. I cannot wait for the Chendi to arrive because right now I cannot play with the Kenzie anymore.
For me, see, it's the Shaolin.
It's crazy.
The Shaolin.
Can say player like the Chindi.
So I was saying the Nusha. Is it better, Mike? Max,
Max,
my mic
you
is
renaming
better.
him?
How much does
my
he have
mic
to go
is-
back and redo? Is what I'm asking.
So the Nusha, like I was saying, she's fighting with these iconic weapons that are hook sword that allow her to grab their opponent weapons. So it's creating a new type of move actually in the game for that character, a new effect. And the last one is the Jiang Jun, and it's a really famous character. It's based on the Chinese hero called Guan Yu, and he's fighting with that massive weapon. It's called a Guandao. He's really cool.
I like when he kicks it and he flips it, sort of boom, like we showed in the gameplay.
He's a really powerful character. He's the Old Master. He's the God of War.
The wise man. Yeah.
Yes, he's really strong.
And it's funny how it's not funny, but it's impressive how our animators have been able to push the boundaries of those new heroes for me. New mechanic with the Shaolin, same thing with the different characters. So I'm super excited.
And that
can't
brings
wait.
us to
Even
22
Yeah.
different fighters, and they all have their own style, own weapon, and they really feel different. And like you've seen footage like so far this week, and if you're gonna see some more on the show today,
Yep.
they are different. They feel different. They play different.
Yeah, you're gonna see some really cool stuff later on the Chendi and the Shaolin. We're gonna show you some really cool detail that we made. It's really nice, but that's not the only thing.
Yeah.
There's also new PvE content, a new single-player activity, and I can't because Luke's gonna kill me.
I love that when they reveal something new, they look at me like, "Am I allowed to say that?" No, as you said in your speech on Monday, single-player content yet to be revealed.
Exactly. But we're not revealing it today.
No, we're not.
So, and this is part of the premium
Premium,
content.
Yeah.
But as we did in the past, and that's very important, you can unlock those heroes as well just
Right.
by playing the game after the period of early access that we had as well on season
had new
pass.
heroes,
I think for this one it's 2 weeks of early access, and then you will be able to unlock them just by playing the game normally.
And the new PvE activity will demonstrate that later this summer.
Yeah.
Stay tuned on that one.
Yes.
So there's a ton, I might say a shitload coming in Marching Fire. I really think we've delivered.
That's why Steph said our biggest and
Yes.
most ambitious
I think it's
addition so
delivering
far.
more than people expected
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah.
And the one other thing we want to mention that's happening right now this week, we are giving away the starter edition of For Honor on Uplay. So for anybody who, if you've been thinking of jumping over to PC, you can get it now on Uplay for free. If you have friends who are interested in the game but have been
Friends?
sort of on the fence, it's a no-brainer.
I have friends, don't
Tell
worry.
them to join.
It's free, man.
Yeah, and for me, so much thing happens on the game during last year, and now in early and a half. So I'm sure you have friends that are like, oh, you're still playing For Honor, what is like? Maybe they didn't buy the game. It's their chance. The game is for free. It's not a free weekend.
Yeah.
We're
You
not
have it, you
removing.
keep
We're
it.
not removing the game after a week until next Sunday.
Next Monday.
Next Monday, the game is free. You can download it, go out there, register on Uplay if you didn't, and the PC version is free.
The starter edition. Yeah,
The starter.
it's key
Yeah.
because when it's funny when we're preparing E3, like Roman's speech, that he didn't like when we're recording this. He hasn't delivered his speech yet on Monday, but we're trying.
Talking in the future.
Exactly. So I can already. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I can already imagine that people are speculating. Yeah, but is it only for 1 week? No, it's yours. Like, download it. You keep it.
It's not a free
We
weekend.
won't
It's not
turn it off on Tuesday. No, it's yours. Enjoy. Join the fight.
Yes, and if you are one of the many who play on console, we have something for you as well. The game is up to 75% off on Xbox, PS4, and Steam as well. So there's lots of opportunities to get the game this week, and which is cool because we've had a lot of focus because it's E3 and we've shown all this stuff. So if there's new interest, tell your friends, come join us.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is only the little introduction to this very info-packed show. Stefan, thank you very much. I know you had
Thanks,
to
guys.
carve time out of your schedule.
Thanks, guys. And hope to see you very soon with the different live periods that we'll have this summer. Can't wait to be able to talk about it and
Yes.
invite you guys to join the battle again. Thank you very much.
Yes, so thank you. We'll be right back to meet the Wulin. We're going to first sit down with our art director, Christian, who's going to join you here, and we'll see how they were developed, and then actually get to look at them in-game.
And
So.
since I wasn't invited, I'm leaving as well. So.
But not
Because
only
I
the
actually
movie.
have to go finish E3, which when the show is broadcasted, it's already on its last day, so it's kind of weird. So I'm gonna go finish what we have to do
Yeah,
for next
Back
week.
to the Future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It
I'm
is
like
weird.
Doc. I'm like Doc in Back to the Future.
It is very weird for us who do a live show every single week to have to pre-record one.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
We're such a rhythm
Yeah.
of it. And, now
And tomorrow we're gonna do the live
tomorrow
show.
we have to do
Like their gear.
About the new heroes.
about our new heroes who are from our new faction.
The Wulin.
What's up with the Wulin?
So first thing about the Wulin, if some people in the community wants to create a trailer with the Wulin and with some Wu-Tang music, we're all for it.
We would be big fans of this.
Yeah, because that would help us also convince our marketing guys. Just saying. Anyway, so the Wulin, new faction.
Yeah. That's a
So,
big
so
deal.
did you ever think about
and
this?
they're coming
Are they
from
gonna add
China.
DLC onto that
And
fraction,
Wulin
like that
means
faction?
circle of martial artists, and they will fight
Wait, what?
each other to get better.
Do you think they're gonna
Some
add
to
like
get
like characters to that like
all
that
the
faction?
players
Because
together.
there's only 4 characters. It's like the
That's
base
for us
content.
the
You can have your
concept of that
Probably.
Vanguard?
that
Probably.
concept. The cataclysm.
We'll see.
Impact from China and trigger the civil war. And bad things happened, but
Welcome to
still
the rice
they are
fields.
one faction.
That's cool.
And the 4 characters that we're creating first for that faction, the Chendi, Shaolin, the Nuxia, and the Guanjun, are already strong archetype we feel of.
I mean, like
powerful
Kitties is in the
Chinese
chat.
warriors.
Shout out to him.
And question we get often is why we choose China and how do we get to that faction? And the idea is we did not went with China because let's do the Chinese and then we'll do whatever. It's when we're creating a fighter, we always start with the weapon. And that's the core of the concept. Whether it was when we're walking on the night or the samurai or the Vikings or any character, we really begin first by thinking about the weapons. And so we knew that going further with another faction, we would need a faction that has a large amount of melee weapons.
Someone said rework
Diversity,
Shaman.
exactly. That has that diversity not only in terms of weapons, but also in terms of martial arts and culture. And if you look through that lens, then China becomes pretty high on that list. And that's why we went with the Wulin.
Yeah, without even stretching much. They have quite a rich history, so tons of stuff to pull from, which is awesome. So we thought we would start with the Chandi.
Yeah, right. And maybe before, even before we receive the story, we everything starts with the weapon. It's like the weapon defines the character, and so we need to have an idea of that because it defines the archetype.
Are you
the
excited
type
for
of
this?
warrior. Is it light, medium, heavy? Does he move slow? Is he
I am
fast?
ready.
And
You
that's
know?
how it's always been with For Honor too. Like we
Always,
start with a weapon.
yeah.
Even internally, we call them by their weapon.
That's the
Exactly.
name of the heroes.
Yeah.
Right.
Nerf
General
can
is
say.
the dog.
Chandy, if
it's
you go
not
into
that
the
common.
engine, it's called the Tao. And if we go even back in the day when we started the project,
Fuck, I
and
can't
it's
say.
still true today if you look in
In
the
the
engine,
engine, yeah.
the name
Yeah.
of the warden is not the warden.
People,
Rework foul.
The name of
People
the
just
warden
don't
is
quit, do
both
they?
for- It's both for male and both for
foul.
female.
Nice. Nice.
And that's the name
Bullshit.
of the character.
Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't change
Nerf
that
shell.
since the beginning, so
Oh.
you're sure what you're talking about. Well, I start with Chendi.
Chendi.
Chendi. At the beginning, you know, we have an idea of the type of character we want to go, and with this one, we wanted to go with the full beard armor
you're synced with me, right? You're seeing the word Tandy concept design.
Really
I'm
great
seeing
with
their
the
armor designs
Chinese
right
Yeah, same.
warrior cultures.
That's nice.
All the armor they have for when you're when we're talking about military type of warriors, you have crazy things. You know, you have all these opulence.
If this
you
is
have
the type of armor he's
richness,
gonna
you
have, that's
those,
be cool.
Those shapes, and which is cool because it's really different from all the other factions that we have so far.
See, the
So
concept
for
of
us, it
armor
was
looks
just a
nice,
mind
right?
goal
But I want
of,
to see
okay,
in-game
we
armor
have
and like
plenty to
weapons.
choose from,
I'd love
but now
that.
let's create our own, you know?
And with the Chandy, what was important is because he's that really skillful fighter, but the Chandy is a royal guard. He has that aspect of, yeah, he's a strong fighter,
So they
but
are
he's
going to have a season pass, so they
fighting
kind of confirmed it
alongside
with, say,
kings
2
and
weeks
emperors,
early.
etc. He needs to not only have that really cool-looking martial armor, but it also needs to have that ornamentation that makes him stand out on
Yeah,
the
$40
battlefield.
season pass.
And that's something really interesting when you look at the reference, etc., to get that heroic element on the character.
Absolutely. So we had an idea. We wanted to go with the full armor, and we needed to find a structure. So we start with sketches. Here on this one, we had Guillaume, our character designer, who was assigned on Chendi,
His
and
micro.
his character from Guillaume who was the Highlander. We'll remember this one. So we start with sketches and shapes. We try to find a silhouette, you know. And all along this process, we start identifying elements that are kind of strong and that we know that, okay, these are elements that we will start, you know, assembling those elements together. And this is when we start bottlenecking into a character. So we get to the point on the left side, we were already assembling things that we thought were interesting on the sketches, like the shoulder element where it's figurative, carved out armor. The helmet we already had an idea of the shape that we wanted to go, though. So the upper part was pretty solid, consolidated. It didn't change that much. It just got refined, and the lower part was still researching.
I like the
types of
one in
shapes
the
and trying different
red.
things. But all along, you see that it gets
Did you see
it
the last
evolves,
one?
Yeah, that's
to
what I mean, the
point
one in
where
red.
We get to the
they're showing a
final
single,
rendering.
picture.
And just Guillaume brought us this very
Well, I
beautiful,
buffered, so you're slightly ahead of me
where
right
we
now.
have Chendi. All along
That's
that process,
nice.
when
I like.
I think we have something that is kind of solid or that is really interesting. It was at this stage I show it to Roman and we discuss, we exchange of things that work, that doesn't work, and we address the feedback.
So you're telling me Roman's to blame that the plume went away?
No, here's a clue.
Yeah, the plume, I don't know.
Not in the final version.
No,
he has
it's,
one.
I just want the
he has one.
community.
No,
to be
that's
angry.
because no, it's not because of me. It's because of Damien. Because Damien said, "Oh, the plume is fucking awesome. We need to keep it as an ornament."
I knew it was one of your fault. Yeah.
That's not true.
But one important thing
default.
here, we're seeing the Chendi at the concept level as a male. The Chendi can be the man or women. He's a,
Oh, we're
he's
gonna see it
a
again?
female or male character type.
Cool.
I like
And the
that.
Vanguard, we've had a lot of
Yes.
requests for new Vanguards actually,
Yeah.
so that's cool.
Now we can see it maybe in the game.
Yes. All right, so let's check these out in game in our E3 build.
Oh,
Now
for
the
the
build
third
is
take.
working.
This is our third time recording this segment. FYI, full
So-
disclosure.
So as you will see in a second, it's our E3 build.
Yes.
So there you
Oh,
go.
look at him.
And
I am
also keep in mind,
warrior.
Look at him.
those characters are still pre-alpha. We're
So
showing
he looks
them
quite
earlier
space, huh?
than we usually show them. Like this
He
character
looks
will
like
release
he's like
October
he's like, bro,
16th
I'm fabulous.
in June. There's still
Right.
some work to do.
Many months. to
That's
go.
literally what his
Look,
posture
Roman,
says.
What does he have on his head? A fucking plume.
Hey, you want to
It's
see the
not an
water?
ornament. See?
Congrats, guys! You got your plume. Yes. So this is the default look of the Tiandi. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely. Default with no player
his default
expression,
armor
and
looks
as
sick
you
already.
see, we're
Yeah.
revealing the faces
Yeah, it does
of
look
all the new
nice.
heroes, which is we were super excited to able to do that. It means more work for some other departments,
I
like
bet.
the animation. That they need to rig the face, need to animate that, but it's a way to connect to the new hero, and also to try to project what we find in the story of Chandy as well.
Cool.
So that's the naked version, no player expression, and we learned a lot during the DLC and the live period with the new heroes. So now we're approaching the customization better, I would say, and I'm super happy that all the new heroes can receive and
Don't say anything yet, I'm still behind you.
Well, so you're gonna have a lot of surfaces. You can change the material. It's
We
gonna
have
be very
different
visible.
loadouts
Right.
that we've made for E3.
Yeah. So these
Ooh.
sort of show off the different
parts of the
variation
expression.
possibilities.
So different armor, different skin color, different
Gender.
patterns,
And
symbols.
I think
That's a nice
Christian's
weapon.
concept
I like her
is
sword
different from mine.
and armor.
He
I like all
referred to
this.
The standard as the naked version with full armor. And
Oh.
he said that's the naked
You're not in
version.
full armor when you make
Oh
it?
well, you know.
Don't you read the pros?
TMI.
Even the weapon, look at the weapon. The weapon is really cool.
It's so cool. This is the other thing that I think your team has done really
This
well
one
with
is really changing it.
over the course of the year. Like you've been showing faces a lot more, but you've also, I think, shown in the outfit variety. It's so different, you know. Like I think back to the Shinobi is a good example of it. And
So I have a question, Damien, on this one. Is it a fashion statement or is it an ornament, the man bun?
It's by default on
I
this
think
one.
it's by
so
default,
yeah,
yeah.
it's by default. Now
a man bun is always a statement, though.
we'll be able to put all the cool stuff on his head. That's another set. Also, we're trying to differentiate, really have different feelings, different structures, but still the same.
He looks nice so
hero.
far.
This is an example. He feels like another rank. He feels more wild. He doesn't have the helmet anymore. He's got the vest. Just
Yeah.
The explorer.
And the idea is that those different armor sets for the characters are also those heroes are also inspired of the backstory that we're now creating for specifically for some of those guys. So the Chiendi, the two characters are Shidu and Ying, whether it's a man or women.
Those are their names.
And that version of the armor, it's
Someone said we'll play a female version and call ourselves Milan.
events in their life that push them
Probably
out
is what's gonna
of,
happen.
of China
We'll play it like I am
into
Milan.
the world of For Honor. And so, in order to reach our land, they had to cross the deserts and this kind of thing. And so that's why he has that armor set with the scarf, etc. It's part of his backstory.
Very cool. So we're bringing a little more narrative into the game, it seems. Great.
It's like each set could be a different period of his life, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, it depends on the character, but yeah, perfectly right, Roman.
Cool. Okay, so let's do the Shaolin
Let's
now.
check the Shaolin.
So we'll
Let's get
switch
back
back
to the-
over to the PowerPoint.
Almost
Okay.
feels pretty much main.
So on this one, the weapon is the staff. So we knew that at the beginning.
It's a
and,
stick.
We already, like I
Or
was
staff,
saying,
however you want to pronounce it.
having an idea of what kind of character hero we wanted to have for each weapon, and for this one it was making sense that we would go with Shaolin type of character, very agile, very mobile. So we started digging into the type of outfits, the type of
So
feeling,
basically I'm Jet Li,
what
okay.
you have in the real life, what we could find into some other concept arts.
Am I right? Or Aang?
which
I'm
also
Aang,
is
basically.
something
Oh, my
that,
lord,
that is
you
in
have
the
a beard.
collective unconscious as well, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so that was the starting point,
Joey, you get that
and
beard.
we started sketching. So
I don't see it, yeah.
Vince
I'm
was,
looking- oh.
assigned on this one.
Oh, the
That
third
his
one,
latest
yeah.
character was a shaman. And he had a lot of fun also with this one. It was a tricky one, to be honest, and you're gonna see the evolution. So early sketches, it's always trying to seek the silhouette, the shape, you know, something
Wow.
that is gonna be strong, that's gonna be a good base. So it evolved a lot from here to there. We're trying different things, torso naked, covered, different shapes. And we felt that okay, there was something interesting with this one, so we started kind of bottlenecking, and it evolved to this sketch, which we found that it was way more interesting. This is very traditional, but we needed to bring something of our own, something that is really linked to the story. And also we wanted, at the beginning, we start with, it's only cloth. But we were missing something, some rhythm. So we brought some of the materials that you could find in a monk life, all the accessories they have for the prayers. So we started having those ideas of, okay, he could have those accessories on him, and he would be carrying that because this guy is really holding the legacy of his monastery that totally disappeared. So we came up with the idea of tattooing also the prayers on his skin that you'll see later. Here you see, okay, all the accessories we're bringing with the metal, and we brought the color and the type of metals you find in their accessories that we saw at the beginning. The different things they have for the prayers, and we started adding that to the outfit. So we brought some protection. It brought a little bit more of weight to this guy, but still, when you're gonna see it in game, he's still super agile. And this is the final version with all the stuff we wanted to have, accessories, the light cloth type of outfit.
So far, he looks good.
Tattoos on his face, on his arms.
Like
see
Christian
in-game
mentioned,
before we
that's
make
the
that
moment where,
decision.
in terms of narrative, we were working on the character that we would actually use. So yes, it's the Shaolin, but the character is Wei, and Wei used to be a monk, and his monastery got burnt during the Civil War, and he's the only one still alive from that monastery.
Okay.
And in order to keep traditions of his monastery alive and to never forget them, he tattooed all the prayers of his order on his skin. So that's the meaning of his tattoos and why he's covered in tattoos, etc. That's an element, a twist that we integrated on the hero coming from the backstory that we wanted to have for that character.
That's really cool.
And we had our Chinese artist working on the meaning of the prayers. We made sure that it has a specific meaning. So that it's a
because sometimes we can make mistake. I've shipped a game. I'm not gonna say the name, but it was in the Japanese setting, and there was a sign outside of a bar, and we wanted the sign to be the name of the bar. Actually, we're demonstrating the game, and a guy comes to me and say, "Yeah, by the way, do you know that's the sign here? It means it's raining beers, but, not beers, bears. It's raining bears."
Which could be a name for a type of bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. So then you learn your lessons and you're like, yeah, okay, let's make sure that, you know.
So that's good. We've got some authenticity on the tattoos here. Oh, look at this.
I couldn't resist. You know, Vince, who was working on the Shaolin, one night he came by and said, I just saved the work.
Wow,
on
look
the,
at that
on
guy.
The network. Can you take
Look
a
at that picture with the thank you on it. That's goofy.
I found this one.
Oh
just,
my God.
just gorgeous.
Sugar
Maybe
Christine.
maybe a future hero.
Shaolin go.
No, I buffered
Maybe we can
again.
Check it out in the game.
Yes, yes, check them out in the
Sugar
game.
in.
Roman, are there any hints? So now that we get to play with China, are there any hints of kung fu in our characters?
In the character, yeah, I think so. You're gonna see later on, we're gonna go through the fighting style of the characters and demonstrate them a little bit with Stefan. And you're gonna see, yes, there is some really cool martial arts moves.
Oh, I like the look at that stick he has so far. That's nice.
So you can see the tattoos on the right.
Keep doing what you were just
We
doing.
know he's
because
gonna get
Max was not showing
nerfed
us.
to the ground though after we saw gameplay of him.
So
Say what?
We know he's gonna get nerfed to the ground once he gets released. So
Yeah.
As well that you can play with.
So that's the naked.
All of them are probably gonna get nerfed to the ground.
That's what I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know this. We've played long enough.
oh,
I'm buffering again.
When it's long, it's not blue. It's
No,
still called
no, I don't call that a...
No.
Okay. Oh, well.
holy crap! That guy
And the
looks cool.
third one.
Third one, like the
Ooh.
first one, but a bit more.
I like this one.
First one, yeah.
bit more aggressive.
So we don't have all the customization here, of course, because it's
No.
alpha state, but
Right.
Still pre-alpha.
Yes, I'm just noticing the staff difference now too. Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well,
We're
also
gonna see there's some cool
Yeah, as
things
well.
animation-wise with the stuff, but let's save that for later.
save that. All right.
Nice. So is that it?
That's it for today.
That was a very
Well-
quick segment.
No, because actually we have something more, I think, in terms of art.
This is true.
Because with the Marching Fire updates, not only we're adding a new faction, new characters, new modes, there's also a visual overhaul of the game, and we can
Wait.
start to tease you a little bit in the modification that
Visual
the
overhaul?
team is
What?
doing.
You guys have been
actually.
busy, Christian.
Yeah, it was. This last year was very busy. We wanted to, in the same idea of constantly improving the look of the game for the players. So we've been working on some element, reworking all the textures of the game. When I say all the textures, it's basically all the textures.
it's amazing.
We've been the tech team has been working on the global illumination, where global illumination is the way the light propagates in the space. We've been adding some new features, and all the maps are going to benefit those enhancements. So here you
So I
have
want to show a quick tease.
quick tease. Exactly.
Don't
What
spend
they-
too much time.
No,
So
exactly.
this is what
Holy
we have
crap.
today in the game.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Hold on.
I was gonna say one thing we don't get to
Ooh.
play
That's nice.
is
Oh.
the game being not beautiful.
No, but
That's
But
what
now it's
we
even
like
more
to-
beautiful.
yeah, we wanted to fix things just to make the look
The
more
new
natural,
map
more
design
That's the
is
default.
better
like-
reliability.
Nice. There's more
You
color.
can see
That's
the whole
nice.
lighting system is different.
It's been revamped.
Everything is
That's
working
nice. And I'm buffering.
now together from
Textures.
texture, lighting, tone
That is
mapping,
nice, though.
color grading, and lighting setups as well. So the whole team has been working on that, and we're still working on it for 1 year. It's a long time project, but I think it's gonna improve the look and feel of the game.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool.
Ooh,
Can't wait
really,
to
yeah.
show more,
Yeah.
in fact, but later on.
Oh,
Stop buffering.
Yes. I also thought we had a third one.
Holy
no,
crap, they
what
made
is
this
amazing
game so
for us
much
that
better looking.
we play with that
yeah,
since
force
1 month
you're gonna die
now,
more.
a bit more,
Are you ready?
that you've put everything
I'll
in,
be
in
fine.
our daily builds.
Here, let's take a
I'm just buffering.
look at what the
and each time I go back
interiors look
home,
like.
I'm
Here,
like,
here it's really cool. You really can see on the wooden floor, on the walls, really the work
on the textures.
on the texture.
Yeah.
And so it's not bigger texture, still
No.
same size of texture. It's not more expensive in terms of CPU or GPU,
No.
whatever. It's just we now have better mastery of our engine. We changed the lighting system. We reworked the texture on around that, and it
Yeah,
really looked. Today I'm playing the game like it's fucking beautiful. But when I'm playing the build with those improvements, like whoa,
Yeah,
what happened there?
yeah.
Anyway.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we'll share more as we get a little closer
Yeah.
to launch for Marching Fire, but we did want to give you a taste because it's substantial and it's
And this is part of the free update
yeah,
of Marching
yeah,
Fire.
and it's,
definitely.
I just think it's a really cool thing that your team has done because
October
Oh, yeah.
16, everybody gets that.
Yep.
Yeah.
cool.
As long as you have the game.
Yes, if you get the game. Christian, thank you so much for your time.
Anytime, guys.
Yes, we will have you back, I'm sure, very soon to show whatever our next fun thing is. But thank you very much. Our thanks to the team. The whole art team here
Oh,
is
yeah.
just super talented. We love showing
Oh,
off your
there's
stuff.
someone like Tyler in there saying, let's just get to the word and rework.
Stefan Jawinski
I
to
know.
demo
Some gameplay.
these two characters with Roman and us. So we'll be right back.
Let's do that.
This is the part I'm very excited for. I know everyone else is, and I'm sure you're very excited for. This is the meat of the show. We're going to check out our two new characters, two of the four new characters. Mr. Stefan Jawinski, frequent guest from the fight team, and Mr. Alex La Liberté Mercier.
Well done.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah! I always get
I'm sorry
everyone's
about the
names
buffering,
wrong.
guys.
Alex will be doing the demoing while you talk because it's hard to do both at the same time.
Demo?
Let's dive in. I think there's so
Oh,
much
yeah.
to get to. I think we'll start with the Chandi, yeah?
Yes, the Chandi. So this is our what's
Look
really
at him,
interesting
Tyler.
the
Look at that
Dao,
guy.
and we see
Amazing.
simplicity and elegance, and we want to portray this through the fight character as well. Grace.
Look at that walk. Look at that walk he has.
All the same attributes I have.
Exactly. So let's get down to it. Simple chains, 2 hits. Light, light, or I guess this was heavy, heavy. Light, heavy, or I'm not going to guess anymore.
Cool.
That was heavy, heavy. There we go. So you can mix those up.
That's one
as
of
you-
the advantage when you play and speak at this event. You can do what you say.
You can tell this was rehearsed. Yeah, so freedom through the 2-hit chain.
Oh, what if they show how the warden
Big,
works with the
awesome
bot?
special move that we love on this character is side dodge heavy. You will see this. Yes,
Ooh.
there we go.
That is cool. Buffering
It
again.
happen on the battlefield a lot.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Because it got canceled into another
It could
dodge.
cancel?
Is that correct, Alex? Yes.
Exactly.
Could you do it maybe twice in a row? Yeah. Oh, so graceful.
That is
I love
scary.
It's like ballet.
Imagine dancing through the battlefield. There's 3 enemies, and you're like,
You can also dodge and light attack, right?
yes. Dodge light has superior block property and undodgeable property.
So you can dodge heavy, cancel it to dodge light, and the guy dodge.
Yes.
That is interesting.
Not even released in this category. But you can't cancel the dodge light, so there is some end to it. These lead into the chains as well. We'll see this into light there. Yeah, exactly. Light into the other light.
Steph, with this being a Vanguard, is it sort of the same philosophy as our other Vanguards, at least as I understand it, where it's like, it's meant to be accessible?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think if this is your first time playing For Honor, you can totally pick up this character, play it the same way you would the Warden or Kensei. But there's the hidden depth that there is to these characters as well underneath. I guess we'll start to see a few of those moves. Palm Strike, let's start with this one. Boom.
Nice.
Followed by a light attack.
It could palm strike.
For good damage.
Okay.
That was good, yeah.
It can be done in the chain as well. Light attack, palm strike, light finisher.
Oh,
And is this called dragon kick? Dragon kick. Of course.
that kick.
Awesome. Narrative hasn't had their pass, so sorry. Sorry, guys.
Temporary names.
Exactly. Work in progress.
Pre-alpha.
Yeah, but you can access this after a heavy, after a dodge heavy, or after the first hit of the zone attack.
That
as
kick
well.
is.
And so why is
Imagine the
it
ledging
cool?
on
I
that
think
kick.
That kick is a good move to isolate the character. It doesn't give you anything guarantee or free after that. If you do it, the guy will be out of range. If you close the gap, he will be back on his feet. The only moment where that could potentially be really powerful in duel, it's either because you ledge the guy, or there's a wall behind and it's gonna wall bump, and maybe there you will get your guarantee light. But
I was going to ask, so you can ledge with that?
Yes, of course.
Amazing.
as it looks like,
Yeah,
it's a
It's a
ledge.
very, yeah. It's a good
And all
distance,
stumble.
too.
And multiply, yeah. But you're right. Team combo is the goal of this move. We want you to use it in group fights. Maybe he will be friends
Kick
with
bait into
Centurion,
light. Okay.
who wants to pin people who are on the ground.
So we have
almost
Blitz
face-
team, now we're gonna have Kick team.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
But it's a move again. It's a really unsafe move. It's if you get dodge out of this one,
You're gonna get hit.
there's trouble for you coming.
But one thing that is interesting is that you can cancel the kick into a dodge.
Yes.
Yes.
You can cancel the kick into. Wow.
Now I'm worried. Okay,
What you just said.
But yeah, we did we show the zone attack? I think we did once.
Did we?
Just launch it one more time. Super graceful, and we saw that the second hit can be canceled. Sorry. Here we go. It could be.
To dodge it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So side dodge out of it, so you can do zone attack hit number 1, side dodge into whoever you like, or you could have kick canceled it as well. Cool. I think these are the. Oh, did we show the zone or the sprint attack? Let's show the sprint attack. Looks amazing. Oh, the bot doesn't help us.
Yeah, you need to
Kick
tend
him.
to stay.
Kick him.
Oh yeah, good idea. Put him away.
Yeah, that's it.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh no! Sorry. I forgot if it's a heavy or dark break.
Boom. There we go.
There you go.
Pretty sweet. So this is the character, but I think it's going to do an awesome job in the lane.
And now for the character I think almost the whole community has been screaming for a nerf.
Oof.
Because I thought when they showed this character, everyone was going to want him nerfed, but apparently you don't. It's like this character are like the next characters all people talk about. Is how apparently he's.
Hold on, I lost sound, guys. I mean, I have Tyler talking, but I don't have the stream. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Kensei means, He has a crushing counter?
Dodge lights that he countered with.
No, it's a deflect.
Okay.
Tried to
Okay.
boot, but it didn't work.
Oh!
You can also cancel most of
Oh!
the recoveries into dodge.
That execution,
Yes.
get ready, Phil.
Okay, if it stops buffering.
So he's definitely going to be. There you go.
Here we go. Oh. Oh!
Ooh.
We got it. Max, you
Super
did it. All right, let's check.
That was a nice execution.
Check out the Shaolin. So come back to us, Max. Thank you.
Sweet. We
I
can
just
hide
wanna,
all
I don't,
these.
you can't. I don't. You don't need to zoom in, but Steph printed out the move list, and it takes up a whole friggin' page. Moves for the Shaolin.
Yes.
I love it.
Are we going to put up on screen or no?
Yeah, the Shaolin is a really different
no,
character.
We can do it
We'll
over
do
here.
it in game.
Let's do it on camera too. Boom. Whoop. Whoop. Focus.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
See? See? My stupid finger. Whoop. Whoop. Focus.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Beautiful.
See? See? My stupid fingers.
Also, work in progress. So
Again, apologies for the buffering.
but it's
a lot of moves.
It's log. So yeah, it's a staff. And to us, like at first there'd be like the same ideas of simplicity, but we look further into staff character and we say this weapon's about mastery. You train with this weapon, you become a better gamer than your opponent. You'll beat them. You're one step ahead with this.
Everyone wants
Sector
Sky
has-
nerfed already.
Cut over there, Max. Thank you.
It's okay, and so
He stands on his stick. That's pretty cool.
something that is really fucking cool stuff. And all
Looking for a
the
worthy
effort
opponent.
that has been put in the detail of the motion of the staff. Can you redo quickly that emote because it shows really well on it? It's basically there is a whole work on how the staff bends and
That's
bounce.
cool.
You're gonna see it in all the attacks, all the moves, all the contacts. It's really awesome. It's one of the details that's for me make that character really great.
It's not just a simple rigid stick. It can actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Asian team went crazy with this. They put code support on this, so there's tech for a stick, which
Nice.
is amazing. The amount of man and woman hours into this. Holy smokes.
I want to die.
I wish it would stop buffering.
Shaolin has, some cool chains, so
It's a technical.
yeah.
Ooh.
Dev terms for everything, yeah. Death Point Strike apparently is a cool name. So left, light, or right.
The combos this guy has are ridiculous.
There's a more extended chain.
And I love it.
Light, heavy, light, heavy, or heavy, light, infinitely.
So in the lights, all of the hits are confirmed after the first one?
Yes.
But you need to have the correct timing. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and only on side.
Yes.
Like, if I do this, the top is not going to be guaranteed.
Exactly. So it's another.
This
way
guy's
for
gonna
us
be
to show,
interesting.
Like, hey, there's a dexterity requirement for this character, so.
Yeah, it's
the
one of four.
mastery.
One of four.
Sheesh.
One of most skilled to play, I think. So that has a really lot of depth. You're gonna see it with keep the pose, the key stance.
Yes, let's check that out.
Oh. 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 Come on. Stop. Oof.
Sorry. Super cool.
Okay, so he has
key
short guard
This
stance
is,
too.
Shaolin's bread and butter. After any regular hit, except the finishers, you get to enter into key stance. And with the flash, oh my goodness, he's showing the taunt tech already. From this stance, Shaolin has
Yeah, I'm sorry it's buffering
access
a
to a
lot, guys.
variety of cool special moves. And you can see you can cancel most of your right side. Okay, and from there, besides launching awesome taunts, which is important, you can launch a variety of spells. Can be followed by light, can be followed by a sweep, or can be followed by a top. Okay.
That kick of his.
We're gonna be nice and let him live this time. It can also counterattack. Do we have to set the bot up maybe? I think for. Oops. Yeah, so it's got a counterattack lights from any direction from this key stance.
You gotta crush the counterattack.
Ooh. If I would stop buffering, I'd be able to see it.
And they're like, why are you asking me at the last minute? I'm just starting to learn French and now I'm trying to learn Chinese as well. I'll get there. Okay, counter top left. We'll try again.
The timing on this one is really harder.
It's pretty strict. There we go.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's a bit, especially on the side, it's a bit trickier than other of the.
So we popped them early there. But yeah, this is kind of cool stuff he's got access to. We could turn him off again to show the rest of the moves.
I could also.
Do you want to do the deflect at the same time? Is that what you're going for? Let's show the deflect. Had enough
got a
time with the
deflect.
counter, let's do a deflect. First
Ooh.
try. I love it. Beautiful. Second try even. Okay, let's not
My
push
issue
it.
with this character is I feel like he's gonna be someone that anyone can
So
spam
he
with.
uses his what are they, bracers? Is that what
Yeah.
they're called?
So
Who knows?
the combat is
Look
still
at the
messing up a
chat.
wording.
How many people are
So it's
spamming
pretty
Nerf
cool.
already?
Let's show the top heavy. I thought we turned off the button.
So he just gave himself
I just
Oh, okay.
because at first I wanted to do the side heavy because it dodges.
Okay, sorry. Wait. What's side dodge heavy?
No, you turn him off.
Yeah, you turned it off.
Oh my god.
It's never gonna happen.
We're giving a nice demo of the feature set of the arena mode, though.
Yeah,
Which is
anyways.
nice.
So this dodge.
Yes. There you go. Cool. Beyond that, yeah, exactly. Top unblockable. So a lot of awesome options. Some can counterattack. Some can like move forward and hit. Some can dodge incoming melees and this kind of thing. So Shaolin's got the ability to outplay the opponent from this key stance. Beyond
He's gonna
this,
be probably one of the best group
Shaolin
fighters, I would
has side
say.
dodge, heavy.
His guard chance is better than Gladiator, and he only has a freaking like arm. I want to kill myself.
With undodgeable property on it, forward dodge heavy, and finally.
Yeah,
zone
guys, he blocks with his arm.
Pop, pop, pop.
Ooh, a
If
free.
the second hits, a third hits, you can feint the second or third, so there's tons of options, and you have uninterruptible stance through it, so Shaolin is going to want to whip these out in
Okay,
group
that's
fights.
fine. You know, he has a better
Did I
guard
miss anything
stance
important?
than
Because
Gladiator.
we have to have a
That's
PhD
fine.
to play this. It's
Yeah,
definitely
but
high
Call him
ceiling.
the
he's
professor.
No, that's
he's really good at.
okay, and it's really good with all the options that you get out of keeping the pose, then the mix-up that you can have out of it, or dodge, bait your opponent into something, etc. It's a more advanced character. It's maybe one of the most advanced character we have, but it's really a rewarding character when you play him well, and it really flows well. I really like the guy.
It's really cool, and I'm really excited that there's character contrasts in this group here. Like Xiandi is very quick to pick up and play. you can start to maximize, but then there's a lot of depth to go into. Shaolin is on the opposite end of the spectrum, but I think that's cool because it's something for everybody.
35 damage.
Here.
That's
And
guaranteed after the
I'm
kick,
hyped. I
huh?
can't wait.
I like that. If we could go back, because Max is missing all sorts of magic as usual. I like that he's got like that Bruce Lee attitude to him, which I'm sure was brought with a bit of our mocap actor's magic. Like he just like his attitude when he's kind of running back and forth, you get the Bruce Lee feel, which is
All the locomotion of the character, the way he moves around, that attitude, like just when you're locked.
So the Vanguards are my main.
Yeah, I
and
love it.
the females can in a second.
Oh my God, beautiful. All right. Well,
That's
on that head crushing note. Max, you're allowed to come back to us now. You're a beautiful man. Thank you so much, guys. So as you mentioned, we still have 2 other heroes we can talk about later this summer, probably. Not today.
Sure, you guys can't talk about the others today.
Lucia and Juan Jun.
Yes,
I love this show.
I know I am. And you'll be back to show those off when we're ready to do so.
Great.
So thank you, Alex. Thank you, Steph. And we will be back to talk about Breach with Roman, Damien, and our game mode designer, Stefan.
I love it that it buffers. I still get chills from watching this. There's a scent.
You're that far behind.
Yep. That kick. Oof.
I don't even care that this is a king. I love the way he looks.
Working on my pronunciation.
It's close enough.
So, at its heart, what is Breach?
Breach. The goal with Breach is really to fulfill that, I can say maybe biggest medieval fantasy. That element that is the castle siege. The thing that when you think about, yeah, I'm looking at you, Max, behind the camera, inside the camera. Yeah, hello, Max. When you think about knights, when you think about sword, when you think about armors. And so that was something that we always wanted to do at some point with For Honor. We not wanted to just do the battle or the fight, and etc. We wanted really to have that big setting. And eventually, we had the chance to do it, and here is Breach.
It took us a lot of time. We're working on that since a long time.
And I can definitely say that it is, in the community, something that is requested a lot.
Yeah.
And we haven't given them any hints before this that we were doing it, but it is just a naturally requested thing, so it's great, as Steph said earlier on the show, the other Steph, that it's nice when the things we're making fit the hopes and expectations of the community. So yes, it's a good synergy there. So, you mentioned it's been a long time we were working on it, so I think you told me one of the first things you did when you started on the team was kind of prototype something.
I had a really rough, funky-looking prototype of assaulting a castle kind of thing, with minions knocking at the door, and eventually the door would blow up. It was really rough, but it's something I've been dying to talk about.
Yeah.
I've been dying to show people. I can't wait to see people's reaction. I've done a lot of games, and this is one of the most exciting. There's nothing quite like playing a match of Breach and you've played it. You know this,
indeed.
and you're at the king phase. You're attacker or defender, and it's coming down to the wire, and you're stressed, and Roman is screaming on one side, and Damien is screaming on the other side, and you're trying to, and it's insane. It's insane. It's just such a hardcore combination.
So it's
of
sort of
everything that's
It
right.
never happens. I never
and if I
spin, so
may,
it's like
because there were two intentions behind Breach. The first one, as Roman said, is fulfill the siege castle fantasy, and the other intention we had with this mod is that we wanted to have a mod with deeper layers of strategy.
For sure.
So we wanted a mode where
I never scream.
where there is real team play, real strategy, even in the team composition, in fact, based on what you need to do on the mod, how you will split the different players in the different activities you need to do to reach the king and in the end try to kill it. So that's really the to fulfill the two birds with
Two
one
birds
stone.
with one stone.
That's the expression. And so competitive game mode with a lot of strategy layers and fulfill the siege fantasy.
Yes, and yes, you need to coordinate with your team to win for sure.
You need to constantly talk very loud, not screaming,
Not screaming,
but talking
unless
loud.
you're Roman.
No, it's louder.
Cool. Well,
So you were speaking about King Phase, this kind of stuff. Can you give a quick overview on what is the mode?
Okay, so
How does it work?
the mode roughly breaks down into 3 phases, and 2 of which have 2 sub-phases. Sounds complicated, but really what it is you got a big ram. As the attackers, you're trying to escort the ram all the way to the gate, and then you got to stick around to make sure that it charges up and breaks the gate. So goes back, hits, goes back, hits. As a defender, you're trying to stop that from happening. So you do it once, you break the first gate, and then you get into the inner courtyard, and the distance is even greater to cross. So you're still pushing the ram until it gets there. Now, the defenders are not helpless. What they do at the beginning of the match is they have this rampart. They have all these archers on the rampart that is firing death onto the battlefield and killing everybody and minions and stuff like that. So the attackers are forced to go up and try to take those archer points and turn them at the same time and make them their archer point. So you're pushing the ram, you're trying to to get all the stuff on top, and eventually when the ram is docked, then the defenders have their biggest weapon to try to destroy the ram, which is this fiery cauldron that they can dump onto the ram. So now you've got a different challenge as an attacker. You've got to stick there, but you still have to be downstairs to make sure that it's charging up. In the meantime, there's other stuff going on because why have 2 elements when you can have 4? And then you get into the second phase.
Ballistas, you have boost.
You got this funky
other
guy called the Guardian that you might want to kill. So then you do it again inside, and it's getting tougher because your ram is already damaged, and so you're pushing forward, you're pushing forward, you're pushing forward. And once you break the second gate, then there he is, the king.
Or the Lord.
The Lord, sorry.
Or the Jarl.
Or the Jarl, or the Daimyo, or the Sovereign, or the Ruler, or the Big Chief. The guy or the girl you need to kill to win as the attackers. And not very complicated AI, but it's still an AI that can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's like a truck. Yeah,
Exactly. He's a slow Mack truck, but when he hits you, it hurts. So you gotta be careful. You gotta team up with your people. But then again, there's those 4 nasty defenders that are trying to stop you from doing that job. And if you manage to do it, you win. Now, because we like constraints, because it's a game, as an attacker, I also have a certain amount of respawn tickets.
Yeah, you have limited resources.
Exactly. So eventually, if we're not careful as attackers, we're going to lose because of that reason.
Oh yeah.
So you got all these things that are pushing and pulling at the same time. You got ballistas because we love ballistas. You got the guardian that I mentioned, which is the cauldron. The guardian who's a neutral AI, which is the first time we're doing this. Whomever gets to kill gets a bonus.
The minions are super fucking tough.
The minions, if you thought Endless March, minions were tough. Wait until you see the pikemen, they're really, really tough. So you have all this stuff that's going on.
That's a big change from the minion.
It's a huge thing.
A huge amount of damage, and you don't kill them in one hit. So you need to be very careful.
You can't just go in the middle and just
Group
start
fighting in those is very dangerous. So it's really a gameplay ingredient now.
Yeah, no, the minions are a real element of the game, and they are not just any more grass that you just go through. They are pikemans, they have longer lance, they have bigger shields, and not only they are deadly and they take they do a lot of damage to you, but also based on your character, it can take 1 heavy light or maybe 2 heavy depending on the character to kill them. And they will actually defend you.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Like somebody like you
can
that
actually rely
is
on
not
them.
actually the best at the game, to say it politely, you can use your minion
As a shield.
as a shield and go,
Yeah.
kill that guy.
Yeah.
Go just trying to kill me.
No, it's great. And so what I like,
And it's really cool. You can bait your opponent. You can
Guard break,
go
throw.
guard break the guy, throw him inside your
And then
minion,
you get
kill him. If you kill an opponent inside your minion, yeah, maybe he can be revived, but the guy wanting to revive him needs to come
Needs to
here,
clear
clear the
them,
base,
yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the rampart. One really cool thing is the archers are still a one-hit kill stuff. Like they're
They're
still
easy,
easy to
yeah.
kill, but they are defending by
Soldiers
minions and
and-
and captain and officers that are kind of like
the fortifiers.
the
Officers.
officers of
Officers
the
now.
campaign.
The officers.
And
Dev terms change a lot. guys.
yes, it's still early gameplay. And so in order to get to the archers, you need to clear that place.
Yeah.
So now the AI starts to be a real ingredient that you can use to your advantage, or that you can use to mess with the opponent, and that's something really interesting.
And what I like as a player, like just as from a non-design perspective, is you really feel like you're doing something with an army of yours. Like they're there, you're working with them on these objectives, and especially what I love as an attacker is you're kind of constantly making this progress
Yes.
through
Yeah.
An asymmetrical battle, right? And
To sum up quickly, the game mode, there's 2 teams, 1 attacking team, 1 defending team. The attacking team wants to get inside the castle and kill the lord of the castle. Defending team wants to prevent the attacking team from getting inside and killing the lord. And to do that, they can do 2 things: either destroy the battering ram, because no ram, hey, you can destroy the door, or deplete all the spawn tickets of the attacking team.
cool.
And that's the game mode.
Yes. So
There is also one thing we haven't said. I think that is key to the game mode is the length.
Let's try to so Damien don't have the last word. You'll see.
Yeah.
It's a game that I play every day. Try to have the last word with Damien.
It's
Takes
also
a lot of skill.
it's also more lengthy mode.
You know the game
It's
mode?
not 8 minutes sessions like in the Dominion.
Right.
We have matches that were
20
around
minutes.
half an hour, so it's
And on your side of
it's
things,
longer.
Damien, this means players are rewarded more for this than they would for a Dominion match.
Of course.
Good.
But
I just wanted to get that out
will
there.
be
Just wanted to get
vague
that out
later on.
Yes. It's an amazing mode, and we have what we call a commented walkthrough that we're going to show right now that really takes you through the life of a Breach match to explain it in detail. So thank you guys so much. On a future show, I think it'd be fun to play through a full match of it or something.
Yeah,
sure.
So I'm sure we'll have you back, but thank you very much, and enjoy Breach mode in the commented walkthrough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael, and today I'm here to present Breach, a new 4 vs 4 multiplayer mode coming out on October 16th as a part of the For Honor Marching Fire update. This new game mode is asymmetrical. On one side, the attacking team needs to breach the castle and take down the king, while the defensive team needs to stop them. In this video, I'll lead the attacking team, and I'll be joined by Jennifer, who will be on the defensive team. I'm currently in the main lane, along with my teammates. The mode has 3 phases. Right now, we're in the first phase, and we need to escort our battering ram to the first gate. As attackers, we'll need to protect the ram at all costs, as it is the core element of our offense. The ram will move faster when we stand next to it, but it will slow down or stop if defenders are around. We're progressing really well so far, and the ram will keep moving forward in the main lane to destroy the gates on its way to the king's court. While we're progressing, we have to be careful as we have a limited number of tickets to use to be able to respawn. If the number of respawn tickets reaches 0, we lose. So, it's important to revive teammates as often as possible to limit the use of respawn tickets.
The defensive team has many tools at its disposal to stop the progression of the attacking team. We'll see more of those later in the match. For now, let's reach the main lane. I'm now close to the battering ram, and as a consequence, you can see that it has stopped moving. At the same time, my army is damaging the ram, which has its own life bar. Destroying the ram is one of the 2 ways the defensive team can win.
With the first gate down, it's time to attack the second one. We cover the main lane during the opening phase, but the side lanes are also important to control the flow of the battle. You can see here that my team is currently under attack from the enemy's archers, which is slowing down our progression. In this map, there are 3 areas with archers along the side lane. Let's try to take control of those ramparts. To control the side lanes, we need to eliminate the soldiers that occupy that area. We now control the first area, and our archers just came in to offer us support. We now own this zone until the end of the game, and our archers are targeting our enemies. One of my teammates is going towards the other archer points, while I'm going back to the main lane to make sure the ram reaches the second gate.
This is cool. I like it.
Things aren't looking good right now. They control the 3 archer points, and the ram is at the second gate. If the attacking team manages to break it down, they'll enter the king's court, where he can be engaged. Earlier in the game, I used the ballista, a weapon that is available to everyone. In addition to that, the defenders also have access to a powerful tool to stop the ram, the cauldron. When activated, it will not only deal damage to the ram, but also to all those who surround it. After a cooldown period, we will be able to use it again.
We took down the second gate. It's time to enter the last phase of Breach and face their king. The king is an AI boss that fights alongside the defenders. He is extremely powerful and has a large life pool. If we manage to take him down, we win the game. The only way for the defending team to win in this phase is to bring our respawn ticket count to 0. In this phase, reviving our teammates is more important than ever.
Oof. That king, though.
This final battle is taking place in the king's court. Obviously, we have to protect him by any means necessary. In this map, the court is surrounded by an archer point and a ballista, which are strategic areas. Controlling them gives a significant advantage against your opposing team. Their ticket count is at 0. We have to make a final push. We can finish this. And there we go. The king is safe and we won. Thanks everyone for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. New Breach game mode will be available for free to every owner of For Honor on October 16th, when the Marching Fire update will be released. We'll see you on the battlefield.
I like.
This is a pretty cool video, huh?
That was a good show.
Yeah.
A good video.
Good
show.
good show.
Whatever you want to call it.
So
we're never pre-recording the show again. It's too weird for us. We're used to doing it live.
We're used to do it live, to do a lot of mistakes and not care about those.
When you have the luxury to change your mistakes, it just makes it worse. But I do think this was a great show. I hope you've enjoyed the breadth of content we've shown you. My mouth is tied up.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's a lot of stuff, and there's so much more that we haven't shown you.
Yeah.
We've only shown you 2 of the 4 heroes coming in Marching Fire.
From the ruling faction.
Yes. So still to come at some point in the future, the Nuxia and the Zhang Jun.
Yes. And we showed the Tiandi and the Shaolin.
Yes. And the game comes out on October 16th, so mark your calendars. It's not the game.
Breach mode.
You own the game, you own For Honor. It's
the updates, the Marching Fire updates with Breach mode given to everybody. The heroes will be unlockable
steel.
after an early access. You can get them right away through premium content. As we did before with the Season Pass Heroes.
Graphical enhancements
updates.
all over the place.
All over the place. That's part of the update for free to everybody.
Yeah.
Menu updates.
The menu's prettier.
Yeah, and we will showcase that in the future.
So much more.
Single player content, part of the premium content as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of things.
A lot.
Of things. And so if we said also earlier in the show that this week until next Monday, you can get the starter edition on PC for free forever. As soon as you have it, you keep it, which means that if you get it this week, you will be able to play Bridge.
Oh yeah.
For free.
That's right.
It's pretty cool, in fact.
So I think you should tell your friends, tell everybody. Now is a great time to get it. And if you don't want to get it for Uplay, it is up to 75% off on all platforms. So check out your region. It's different per region and per platform, but check it out on your platform for this week as well. So
and also to
discounts.
Celebrate all of those announcements, we are in XP Fest this week on the game. So if you join the game right now, you can get more XP.
Slick.
Yeah. Almost forgot that one.
A good addition. Not on my run of show. Good addition.
So
David.
it's time.
Yes, so obviously I think Stefan earlier alluded to some other things happening this summer that we're not talking about, so stay tuned. There's
As
tons
he always does.
tons of exciting stuff coming, lots more to show you on Marching Fire. I hope you're excited for a new faction, a new mode, and all this new stuff. I know we all are, so thank you very much.
Send us feedback.
Yep.
Can't wait to see those.
Yeah, and the other thing is the live game is still live, so we're going to keep doing this show every week and showing you
and a lot of things on the game before the Marching Fire update, of course.
So nothing stops. This train keeps moving.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we'll be back next week with another Warriors Den. Damien, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe because I always room for more. See you on the next video. Goodbye, everybody.